Welcome, friend. We are excited to help you discover your new look. My name is Shanidra Matthews, and I started Amara 2 Classy Boutique to help women find classy and chic items for all sizes. It's not like the store experience. If we don't have your size, you can go on our website and purchase your size in your favorite outfit.
Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Shanidra, with Let's Dig Deep. Yes, indeedy. If you can hear me clearly. Now, as I break this title down, so you can be down wearing your crown. Ain't no backing down now. So, as you know, how it's going to go, how it's going to flow. Today's title is Facing Reality, Standing in Truth. So, I'm going to have to Google this stuff for y'all because I don't want any confusion because, my Father, God, is not the author of confusion. So, or delusion, which comes from confusion. Okay. So reality, let's see the definition. The definition of reality, what is the full meaning? Okay. It says real things or the real nature of things rather than imagined. Real things, what's really happening in reality, like actually happening, not fiction, it's reality. What is the concept of reality? It says the sum or aggregate of all that is real or existent within the universe. What does reality mean in life? The things in life that are commonly observed and verified to exist. Like somebody slap you, that's verified to exist. It really happened. People could be in denial about it, lie about it, act like it didn't happen. But in reality, the real is you were slapped. Others saw it, it's verified, it really happened. Whether they want to say it happened or not has nothing to do with you. They're just wanting to be confused and stuck in the news and delusional. They ain't got nothing to do with you. I always tell them that's a you problem. Ain't got nothing to do with me. What did I do? People start doing that, I know that they are delusional already. They just did something and then they just did not do it. I don't have time. He said, do not argue with fools. Don't argue with them. It's just pointless. You're talking to, remember your grandmama used to always say, you talking to a brick wall. When you talking to a fool, you pretty much just talking to this brick wall. That's it. It's nothing that's going to really come out that's going to be legit, that's going to fit with what reality is, because it's delusional. They're in denial. I don't know, when they go up for trial, they can be in denial all they want. What you don't want to do is get too confused, because when you go up there to who? You can't be delusional. Because all God is going to speak is the truth. And only the truth will set you free. I mean, indeed, the truth will set you free indeed. Now, let's talk about what the truth is, because I don't want anybody delusional on what the truth is. There should not be any confusion on the truth. It's either true or false. We had to take tests whether it was true or false. So, the truth, when something is the truth, it says the quality of state of being true. That which is true or in accordance with fact or reality. Again, truth is in tune with reality. So you can't say you're in tune with reality if you don't tell the truth. It's not in reality, it's kind of delusional. So these two go hand in hand. So you must stand in the truth if you're in tune with reality, if you're facing reality. We have to face it, what it is. We cannot erase it. We cannot, none of that. Now we can replace it we can't replace reality, but I'm saying we can change and not remain the same. But we can't be in denial. Because when you're in denial, you're not going to change nothing that you refuse to see in reality. Do you believe me? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not even playing. So we're going to have to get this stuff under control. We cannot continue to be delusional. Acting like we don't know. We're too grown. We're too old. I should not be talking to adults about not being delusional, not being in tune with reality. You can't say, oh, yeah, I've confessed my sins, but you haven't begun to acknowledge. Acknowledge, confess is the same thing, pretty much. You ain't even acknowledge, oh, Father, I have sinned. What did you do? What did you do? Well, because and then we want to kind of somewhat justify our wrong. Because Lord, for what I've done that was so bad in your eyes, Lord. You're like, go on with that nonsense. Come back when you use the common sense that I have given you. Go on. He's kicking all the actors off the stage because they refuse to obey and pray to the Almighty. I know what they say with their words, but their hearts are far from him. Their actions. God is of truth, and he can show you the proof. They're not with the truth. So we're not gonna go around it. We're not gonna look over stuff, because when you look over stuff, you're in denial. Oh, that didn't happen. Oh, I didn't see somebody get knocked out by the police. They have the videos right in front of us showing us the Black person getting beat up. But no, look over that. Look over that. No, because Johnny, like he said, he must have kicked him. Johnny didn't kick him or nothing. Johnny just got slammed down to the ground, face down. And everybody around, but nobody seemed to know how the police was out of control, or not even the police, just anybody. It don't even have to be them. I'm just using something that everybody have seen and looked over. Got to look over reality. We cannot continue to look over reality and say that we are men and women of God. Otherwise, we're walking around with a fake facade. He said, do not be a false witness. All of this is in his scripture. He has broken everything down. Dang, you keep playing around. You go around the word. You just go based off of what you heard somebody else say. You don't even got to listen to me. All you got to do in reality is get into the word by yourself. Ask God to help you. If you are confused and you don't understand it, honey, he got you. He'll show you stuff that's not even right there. That's not even, honey, beyond the cover. Honey, you will be discovering a lot when you have that relationship with the Lord Almighty. With the Lord Almighty. Now, before I break this all the way down, because there's a lot of clowns out here. People will try to copy you. I'm trying to say everything that everybody have told me. Oh, such and such trying to copy what I do. They ain't got nothing to do with you. They can try to do you, but they ain't you. They can try to move like you, walk like you, talk like you, but they not you. And they in trouble. They in double trouble. Because they're not being them. They're not doing what God has them to do. He never knew them. He never knew them because he created them uniquely themselves. He didn't want them to try to be like anybody else. So if they're trying to be like you, then they're in trouble. But don't let that be a distraction. That's just a subtraction. He allows you to see for a real reason, for reality. He wants you to face it and keep it moving accordingly, moving right along. They don't belong. Anybody copying you or copying what somebody else, they're moving right along. They're not doing what God has them to do. They can say with their words, God never heard. Oh, he said, turn from your wicked ways. Then, and only then, once you turn away and you start to obey the Almighty and do what he's saying, your actions, that gives him satisfaction when you do it in your actions. Then he will hear from heaven. You can have somebody pray for girl, pray for me. Oh, I'm trying to figure out what God wants. Well, talk to God. Have you decided? I mean, have that ever crossed your mind? Like common sense. I need to talk to God. Now, I'm not saying that you can't talk to, men and women of God, true men and women of God that's in tune with reality, that's not delusional or causes confusion or talks down about their brother or sister, all the things that's in God that God told you not to do. You can't listen to those. They confused. The judgmental kind, all the stuff that God told you not to do, that they're not with God. They're walking around with a fake facade because they don't do what he said. He said, why do you call me Lord, Lord? We're going to face reality if we're really in God or not. Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and you don't do what I say? That's what he said. You don't obey me. Didn't I prophesy? No, you lied. You tried it, but I denied it. Just like you denied me, I deny you. You don't want to know what I want you to do because you're too busy trying to do you, boo. That's what he said. You ain't got time for God. Oh, God. But you doing everything for God. Really? Are you really doing things for God or are you doing things that you want to do? That only helps you out. And then when it's not benefiting you or showing the light on you, then you ain't got nothing to do with it. But you putting God in and you saying that God is in it. You can't do that. You can't do that. And anybody that loves you will tell you the truth. You cannot. You cannot be playing with God. Quit putting his name in your nonsense. That's why I tell people, oh, I believe God told me. That's between you and God. And I tell them all the time. Anybody who comes to me and be like, oh, what do you think? I don't think nothing. If that's what God told you to do, that's what you need to do. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But don't you think that ain't got nothing to do with me? You have to get me in your nonsense. That's on you. If you want to lie on God, that's on you. That's some scary stuff. And you're going to have to face reality of that while you're still here on earth. You can be in denial and get mad and sad and whatever. But it makes me no difference because I'm going to make sure that Shanidra is pure. Whatever I do or whatever I do, it's pure. So I do it at the goodness of my heart. I do this from what God has me to do, whether it seems to be benefiting me or not. People are like, oh, you must have been getting paid to when I had that building, I had to pay for the building, the food, all of that, but it wasn't just me. It was God. Didn't get no grants at the time, none last year for no Beyond the Cover Academy. Nothing. It was just God. I told you I didn't even have no money before when he told me yes to sign the lease for the building. I wasn't even looking at no 13 nothing room, nothing. I would have never. I would have looked over there. I don't see it, honey. It's not in my but God. But God. So he provides. That's why I do what I do. It's not something that is just, oh yeah, I just want to work with kids and all this. No, this is God living. I'm living it before these kids. 8 years of faith, no job, just 8 years of me just living for God. doing what he asked me to do. And he's been pruning me and fixing me and changing me and cleansing me and delivering me from pulling all types of stuff that I did not want to discuss out of me. But I'm thankful because I'm free now, like literally free from all that was holding me down, weighing me down. I ain't backing down to no clown. Now, especially not nobody that's delusional and that's not in tune with reality. I don't even care if everybody in the room agree with them. The only thing that saved Daniel wasn't everybody in the room, it was God. Daniel said, God found me innocent. I already read this on live before. Y'all need to read it for yourself. God found me innocent. He was in the lion's den, my friend. They locked him in the lion's den. But since he was right within, inside, not wearing this mask, but since he was right within, he said, God found me innocent. He shut the lion's mouth. He would shut these lions' mouth. Period. They can come at you all they want. They peeping, trying to look and see, oh, what can I get on her? Oh, I can't get nothing. Oh, well, I'm gonna have her disobey her father. And you can't. Because I'm praying four times a day, all day. I'm talking to my father all day. So you could try me if you want to, but me and God walking side by side. I don't deny God. I talk about God all day, every day, and will continue to. There's nothing to be confused about what Shanidra believe in or nothing. I believe in God, the only God, the almighty God, the creator of all things, the creator of the universe, all of that. I claim my father on earth. I don't care if I'm in the business thing. I don't care where I'm at. It's about God. It's about God. And it's about God. And I'm going to bring God in the room. Because where I go, he's going to go. I'm not going. I have my Moses moment. God was fed up with these people. It was like, I'm going to do what I said, but I was like, I ain't going either. Like neither one of us going. If you ain't going, I ain't going. Ain't about to, and that's how I am. Like, if God ain't in it, I ain't in it. Period. If I can't bring God with me, then don't ask me. Don't ask me if I can vendor. Don't ask me if I can do anything, talk or nothing, because I'm going to talk about God. Period. He's the CEO of my businesses. Period. He's the one that came up with all these visions, not me. It's beyond me. Because y'all say, oh, how did you? I never thought of it either. God just gave it to me. So it's still, again, God. Don't have the credit, don't have the money, it's not the money, it's not the credit, it's not none of this materialistic nonsense that they put in your head. I've been in rooms that I typically do not qualify for, literally. But I'm in it. So, but God finds me innocent. He knows all the attacks that are whack that come against me. He knows that stuff is out of my control. That's why he said, cast all your cares and burdens unto him, not them. They don't care. All they worried about is their money, honey. And when your money looking funny, honey, they ain't worried about you. Period. So, another way that we need to step into reality is that we got to confront the things in our past. Because we're not going to last until we face the reality of our past and be real and how we feel in reality. Don't ask me to tell you the truth, because I'm going to tell you the truth for real. So if you're not really ready and you're just saying that just to sound good, because a lot of people they don't like, the reason why they want to be in denial. Thank you, Lord. The reason why they want to be in denial is because they don't even want to face like the reality that they messed up. Like that they jacked up. I don't want to face the reality that, I had a funky, nasty attitude. I didn't want to face the reality that I was like somebody that that raised me that I didn't want to be like. But, I can not face it and stay acting like them and being in denial, or I can face the reality. Okay, I do see this part and this part of me that is like, I don't want to be that. So let me face that I am right now so that I can change it. God renews your mind. That's the first thing he do. The renewing of your mind. So you won't continue to be spiritually blind. Seek and you shall find. You won't be in a bind anymore. You'll explore more. So before I get this all out, I'm going to show you guys. We're going to tap in, my friend, on this video. And it's going to show you what I mean to deal so you can heal. We have to face this reality standing in the truth, period. We can't grow. We can't be better for the next generation. We're going to keep repeating these cycles. And if since my calling is breaking generational curses, we about to break some today. And obviously it's not just all on me. I need to explain this to all of us so we can all do it. Now, I'm going to help you through it. Here we go. So we're going to face the reality. We're not going to, act like stuff didn't happen because that was part of the problem too. As a kid, stuff happened to us, we go tell, but since they want to have this fake facade in front of everybody that they want to deny what really happened to us and all this stuff or whatever. It don't even have to be nothing that happened to us, just anything, we fall and scrape our hand or whatever may happen and, oh, that didn't happen to you. You didn't even fall. We're like, what the? I did fall, I just fell down on the ground. No, you didn't. Quit saying that. Quit whining. So then we're confused. We're like, I thought I just fell, but I guess I didn't fall. Guess we gotta look over reality. So in some cases, you have been taught to be in denial and look over reality because you see reality, you try to say it, and then, they tell you that didn't happen. So we're gonna start tapping in, my friend. Here we go.
After 2 days of coaching this family through a breakdown, it's time to get back to why I came here. So when did you, as a child, become responsible for and embarrassed about your parents? Because it didn't start with your mother's drinking and smoking. It didn't start when she moved into your house. This is a pathology.
I'm sure this happened over and over again, even when I was very small, but my mom cusses at us. She would call us like bitches and hoes and stuff like that.
And you are doing what that results in your mother calling you a B or a hoe?
I used to hide all the time.
Hide?
I would go in closets and stay there for hours. Because I wanted someone to find me. And I would do that all the time. I would get literally inside of bags and hide. I thought that was fun.
And that you call as bad? As a child, you call hiding bad?
Well, I mean, if I was being called and I didn't answer, that was considered bad. And she viewed that as disrespectful. She views having an opinion as being disrespectful, even at 36. And this is where the problem comes in for me, because I feel like as a grown woman with children and bills and responsibilities,
and her living in your house using your toilet paper.
Okay, I should be able to have an opinion and a say about how I think things should run in my life. I've built a wall because I'm always ready for her to say something bad to me. I'm ready all the time. And when I feel like I'm being bullied or backed up against the wall, I attack.
Okay, so now let's just look at what we got here so far. I experience my mother as a bully. Can you own that?
Yes.
Let me hear it.
I experienced my mother as a bully.
Yes. And that makes me feel what?
It makes me feel hurt.
Yeah.
It makes me feel hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. Go right there. It makes me feel hurt.
I don't know anymore. I don't know. don't know where it starts. I don't just want it to end.
Yeah.
Then why can't I get over? Why does it affect me so much?
Do you want to know? Because when you were a little person, the big people were behaving badly. And then you grow up, but you never shift in your relationship with those big people. So in your life, she's still a big person bullying you. And your response is that of a 4-year-old. You never learned how else to be. You got to get into your heart because you haven't allowed yourself to feel the full devastation of what it's like to be called a bitch by your mother.
I wanted to know basically why we didn't get along. It's always a battle. I'm here, but I'm walking on pins and needles because I don't want to say the wrong thing to start that argument. So I'm not comfortable. I want this to be home.
All right, Miss Brenda, come sit over here. Come sit over here. All right, now you're shaking your head because I want you to go here, and I can't get to you over here.
Okay.
I want you in here and not up here. In here.
When my mother speaks, I hear victim. There is never any understanding of the other side. It's always about what she feels, what she views, her views, and that's how it is. I don't want to be mad at you. I don't want to be resentful of you. I want you to feel like this is your home, and I'm listening.
Hold on.
I'm
Look your
telling
mother
you.
in the face. Uncross your ankles and tell her, this is what I need you to know. You scared me. You bullied me. You were my mama and I couldn't trust you. That's the conversation you need to be having with her.
This is what I need you to know. I think that at 36,
I felt bullied by you.
I felt bullied by you.
Yeah, and tell her how that made
I
you feel.
feel bullied by you every day. It makes me feel defensive, resentful, and like this all the time, which makes me feel stressed, nervous, and scared.
And I'm scared to let you know I'm scared why. And I'm scared to let you know I'm scared because
I'm scared to let you know that I'm scared because I don't want anyone to know that I'm scared because like you, just like you, I feel that that's a weakness because that is what I was taught, that is weak to be afraid. And that is what I know, that I beat. That I'm worse to me than you could ever be.
Because
Because that's what I know. And so, I hate crying. I'm happy and I'm unhappy and I'm sad and I'm pissed about it because I don't want to be this way or feel this way, and I'm mad at you because you increase those feelings in me when I fight them every day. And I just want you to say, you're enough the way you are. And I feel that way about you. I want you to know that I love you so much. Do you know that I wake up in the morning every day and think to myself, what can I do today to make her feel better about where she is so she don't want to leave me? I don't want you to leave. I want you to be here. I want you to get healthy. I want you to be happy. And I just want you to get better. I just want my mother. I want a mother. And I don't want to be scared.
I thought that you, out of all the children, hated me the most.
I don't hate you. I love you so much.
Because-
We all do. And you're killing us
Take
by
it in, Miss
killing
Brenda.
yourself.
Take it.
So I know that touched some toes. Come here. Now that touched some toes. Yeah. So, I guess my son was hearing it and it upset him as well. So, as a mother, regardless of what I'm doing, my whole job is to make sure that I'm still available to them when they are needing me here available. You said, well, you don't want to be on thing. Um, so that video has touched my son also. So, I mean, it touched me, but again, I have learned to try to be strong regardless of whatever was going on. That was Selena Johnson. She's a famous singer. So we all have to deal with this stuff in order to heal. I felt Selena because I have dealt with certain things, and my kids have seen me deal with certain things as well. And we have to put a stop to it eventually. We have to face reality. We have to speak our truth because our job is to help the next person. Literally, that is, I don't want to tell my business or nothing like that. I don't want to shame nobody either or, any of this type of stuff. But me not speaking my truth is hurting the next person. I'm not helping them because I'm failing them because I'm not showing my truth. That's why I've told y'all and I've showed y'all that, me and my biological dad did not have the best of relationships. We were far apart, most of my childhood life. I did not think he wanted me. I had a lot of childhood frustrations in my childhood, and it led all the way up into my adulthood because there were certain things that, I did not face. And, now that I've had to face and stand in the truth of the reality of it, I'm able to move accordingly. I'm able to love them in a different way. Like I'm not angry with them anymore. I don't have this anger inside of me and this, abandonment feeling anymore. Because for one, like I told you, I'm not saying, oh, God is love because I'm just saying it because everybody else say it. No, I know for a fact I don't need to receive. They can never give me the love that they never received. They will never be to me what I want them to be. And that was my problem. That was the reality I had to face. I wanted my mama this way. I wanted my daddy this way, and they should have did this, and they should have did that, and I wish they was this, and I wish they was that, and da, 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 da. But then when reality hits you and you become a parent, then you realize, oh, it ain't that simple. We can't be all things, and certain circumstances prevents us from being the things that we would love to be. And certain decisions that we have made. But if we do not face the reality and stand in our truth, we're going to remain and stay the same. We're going to continue the same thing over generation to generation to generation. And ain't nothing going to change. Because don't nobody want to face what they've done. Don't nobody want to face, and they just want to run. But we can't run from it. It's still affecting us. I didn't think, I was like, I don't need to have a relationship with my daddy. He ain't been in my life. He ain't gonna be in my life. I said all this stuff, but y'all see, I've been on my show. We're cool now. I mean, thank God. But we cannot hide from the truth. It's gonna follow us everywhere that we go. And then it's gonna have this type of control over us. It's gonna have bitterness and hate and anger in us that we don't need to be carrying around. We are not going to be able to fully be in God and God filled if we are not real, if we don't deal with reality. That's what it is. We have to deal with the reality of what it is, whether we want to face it or not. We can't replace it. So we must face it, because these situations in our past have directed our path and blinded us from us seeing things for what it is, because we have not dealt with it. We have not dealt with these realities. We have not dealt with our feelings. I can't deal with that. I ain't gonna talk about that. Oh, I'm done with that. I'm over that. But how you gonna get over something you never faced? When God was delivering me, it was stuff from childhood, everything. I was like, oh God, I couldn't even stop crying. But I was denying all of these things that was wrong with me. No, I ain't worried about that. They don't bother me. They don't. But in reality, it did. I felt abandoned as a kid. So therefore, even though I was a virgin all through high school, in reality, I did long for that love from a man. And anytime we would have an argument or whatever, it was like I will push their father away. That's the reality of it. I will dog walk him, talk to him, and all types of stuff. That was ungodly. The way I talked was not good, honey. It was a little bit hood, honey. So I don't want you to get that misunderstood. Because I'm good. I can face that reality of it. But after I'm yelling at him, dogging him out, I didn't realize that I was spouting out what was spout out to me. And then I'm thinking that I'm loving this person, but in reality, all I'm spitting out is hate. I hate you. I hate you. Nothing good. But that's all I knew. Is to attack. I didn't know how to love. I didn't know how to receive love. So I will push you off of me. If I cried, let me cry by myself. I got to hide somewhere. I've said that in a video probably 2 years ago. I used to hide in my closets to build myself back up. I'm okay. Because I know when I get back out there, I better be okay. Because ain't nothing wrong with me. And we don't even realize what we're saying to our kids. Because I've said it. I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with you. Bye. But then I'm like, hold up, come here. Because it's like something in me is like, no, Shanidra. Like I told my son a couple of years ago, because I think what was happening. Oh, I was dealing with my reality of my parents. And I was like, I had just got off the phone with one of them, and I was so upset. And then they came in there and was trying to hug me. I was like, no, bye, get out. And then the moment I saw my face on my child, the head go down, and my face, I was like, wow. Then I was like, come here. And then I was like, let me tell you something. I was like, I love you. And I was like, there's nothing you can do that could stop me from loving you. And I'm sorry, I screamed at you and told you to get out, but mommy is dealing with some stuff right now. So the reason why I'm so on my children about the truth, like tell mommy the truth so we can get through this now, is because I don't want them to be 28, 30 years old having to deal with and heal from stuff that we can deal with now. I want them to be healed now while I'm healing. And while I'm dealing with my reality, I want them to heal as well. I want the real heal. I don't want the fake. I tell them, don't tell me you're okay. I say, you hurt me more. If you're trying not to hurt me, you're hurting me more by not telling me what's wrong with you because I know that something is wrong with you. And they're pushing me away, but I try to still give them that respect of, okay, maybe they won't, because I did that. So I have to respect that he's probably gonna have the same type of reaction as I am. At the moment, you don't want to be touched. And sometimes that's the best thing. Like, let people let it all out. And that's what I'm allowing him to learn how to express and feel these feelings. And it's okay. It's okay to feel this way. I'm always telling my daughter how beautiful, how smart she is. You know, I'm just constantly, because it's like I don't want her to ever not have confidence. The reason why she have confidence is because I try my best not to bring her down. Because I face my reality. I have had to deal with stuff that was real in my life. I've had to have these talks with both of my parents. I didn't have to have it with my stepfather because he was just an awesome man. I mean, man, honey, God knew. He knew. He knew. So him was the only one that had, but I still, in reality, can see beyond. Now that God has helped me to see and stand in my truth, it's like, okay, reality, they were young. And reality, you know, I was 22 and it was a lot that I didn't know, you know. So not giving excuses or nothing like that, but it's seeing them as a human being because we all are human beings and we all deal with things differently. I'm a type of person that I like to deal with the issue with that person. I don't want to talk to nobody else but you. I got an issue with you and I want to talk to you. And if you don't let me talk to you, then I might have to talk to somebody else. But I really prefer to talk to that person. I don't want to talk to nobody else. But, you know, some people may not be like that. Some people are just not ready to face the truth. Some people would never face the truth and do not try to do stuff to get an apology. Because that's going to tear your heart apart because they're not going to give you that. I tell my kids, don't try to please me. I don't even want them in the parent pleasing, people pleasing stages. All you need to do is please God. That'll please me, period. You do what God have you to do, I'm good. There's no other way to please me, period. But don't focus on pleasing me. Like, don't please me at all. Like, that's not what you're here for. We have to be pleasing to God. And that's what I want them to do. Be pleasing to God. You be pleasing to God, you pleasing me. I'm gonna be jumping for joy. Oh Lord, thank you, Jesus. You answered my prayers. That's all I ever wanted. That's it. I mean, I don't want nothing else. You follow God, you tell me, oh, God is God, and you doing the right thing. I would not complain. I won't tell you a thing. I'll be the happiest mother. It's like all my sacrifices will be worth it. If my kids turn out and they are just all about my father and they just, you know, living for him and all that, good. That is the best blessing I could ever have. Because I will know that they are fulfilled because they will have the real love that I nor nobody on this earth can give them. I don't have to have their love anymore. I thought that's why I was so hurt. Because I thought I had to have that type of love, the love I wanted from them. but you're not going to get it. Not the type of love you want, because we hold our parents up to the highest standard of the standards. They're not human. They're Superman, Superwoman. So what we expect out of them is, this has nothing to do with them. We ain't even looked at how they are or nothing. We looked over it. And couldn't even see that that's not in reality who they are. They're not going to do that. They're not going to apologize. They're not going to this. They're not going to that. So face reality. Face reality and see them as a human being. Have that same grace that God has on you. I know it's a hard thing to do, but I had to do it. I'm still doing it. Still having to do it. I do not have my biological father. And y'all would have never known it the way we talk. I mean, I went years without seeing him throughout my life. He was not at my graduation, prom, none of that. My chorus recitals, he was not at none of that stuff. And I'm able to discuss that freely. He's on my page. He's seen my stuff. But I've already had this discussion. We are on one accord. This is my truth. This is my life. This is about me. I'm not talking down about them. I'm just telling my reality. Okay, that's what my apostle had to teach me. Because I thought that I was being disrespectful, dishonoring my parents by not dealing with my reality. But it's not. We have to face it. Can't erase it. We can't replace it. It's following us. Every time we got into an argument after I was yelling and doing what I received as love to somebody else, every time that they couldn't, because ain't nobody gonna just stand there and just let you fuss at them the whole time and just want to just be hunky dory. But that's what I would do. And then one day be like, well, I'm about to walk, go take a walk or something. I'm like, oh, just abandon me like my daddy. That's automatic until the truth started coming out. But I automatically jumped to that. So whether I was in denial or not, saying, oh, I don't need him and all that stuff, I don't have to talk to him. I don't have to. But that was affecting me as a woman. I was not, I was carrying that baggage that I didn't want to deal with. But I'm dealing with it. It don't make any sense. If we don't deal with it, it's still following us everywhere we go. Everywhere we go, it's going to continue to follow us. It followed me into my relationship. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead and leave me. And he's like, I'm not leaving you. I'm walking out for 2 seconds. I'm like, no, leave me like everybody else. That's what I would say. Don't nobody care about me. Just leave me alone. Leave me by myself. That's what I would say because I did not face reality. But now I'm standing in my truth. Now I know my worth. Now I know who I am. You can't find who you are either. You're going to be so far from who you are until you deal so you can heal. You're not going to be able to deal until you actually feel what is real. Reality till it hits you. Till it hits you right here. Your heart has gotten so hard that, I don't know. It's only going to take God to be able to crack it open and open it back up. You became defensive. I was so defensive and didn't realize it. I just felt like everybody was attacking me all the time, but it was all in my mind because I did not deal with my reality. I did not face it. I didn't face it. So all these triggers, every time somebody say this or that or whatever, it had nothing really to do with them. The reason why I would blow up. I didn't always have self-control. So I will blow up if somebody say, that's why you ain't got no daddy. That's a trigger. Now I'm about to mess you up, But I had to deal with that. That's why your daddy don't want you. I had to deal with that, you know? All this type of stuff, we have to deal with it. Or it's going to continue to affect us. And God was saying, I was not, even with me helping everybody, everything I was doing for people still wasn't for God. God said, you weren't showing me. You had an attitude when you did it. It was just showing me. And I was like, that's ugly. Oh, I did that. Oh my gosh. And he's like, yes. I mean, really vivid. I told you I'm a visual person, so stuff is really vivid. I could see it played out. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I gotta change. I thought I was a half decent person, which I am, but the way my actions was, it was not lining up with who I know I was. And I knew if I can't keep saying I'm a good person and I'm not doing good things. If I'm always angry and I'm always, frowning, people be like, why are you frowning? Like, because just certain things would just, and we have to deal with it. We have to face and stand in our truth. I'm the proof that God will heal you. It will reveal to you everything that you need in order to be who you're destined to be. I'm able to connect with these children because they think, oh, she must have had it all together. Look at her and blah, blah, blah. I remember my first ever Destined to Be class. I had a speaker come in and she asked them, she said, who in the room would you rather be like? Now, they don't know nothing about my life. They just looking at outer appearance. And all the little girls is pointing at me. Oh, I didn't want to be me. But I didn't say nothing. And I just told them the reality and they just couldn't believe it. But I can connect with these at-risk children because, well, I must have been at risk too. Even though I had a nice bringing up, it was still, I had attitudes just like these kids, honey. So I can understand them. I don't take stuff personal. It's not, that extreme for me. Oh my gosh, what are they doing this? It's like, girl, I know what you're doing. Stop it. You acting now, you want some attention. I just call it, I just say what it is. I'm not about to look over stuff. Speak reality. Let's get to the point. You want some attention. Or when they ask that, I love you. Or it's okay, I care about y'all. I just tell them that. I'm not here. I don't have to be here. But I care about y'all. I choose to be here for y'all. I'm not getting paid to be here. None of that. I choose to be here for you because I actually care for you. I want you to have a bright future. I want you to be who you are destined to be. I want you to know who you are. I want you to know that you are loved, that you got somebody that got your back. I'm here. I can't be, anybody else, but I'm here. And I would sit face to face with them. Each and every last one of them in the class. What do you like to do? Because it seemed like they just need that individual. They start, if I call on somebody, then somebody else next to them or across is like, oh, me, wanting to interrupt, wanting attention. So I'm like, let me just go around the room and give everybody individual attention because that's what they're seeking. And it's okay. As old as they are, it's okay because in reality, dealing with grown-ups, honey, I'm like, well, if I can deal with them right now, then maybe I can prevent them from being these adults that I have to deal with. So this is easy. At least I can groom them up. These adults, I just have to pray and let the Almighty deal with them because I don't have time for delusional adults. It's not in tune with reality. So That's all I have to tell you guys on the show. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. I'm here to be a good cheer for you, my dear, and to help you on and along your journey. Have a blessed day.